Oh, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and welcome to another episode of Movement Radio. I am Chip Hazard.
I'm Talon Williams.
I'm Roger Sierra.
And I'm Braden Howard.
Welcome to week 5 of Are You Ready for Some Football right here on Movement Radio. We had a pretty good week so far. How'd you guys feel about the week?
It was weird as shit.
Yeah, more weirdness.
Yes.
I will no longer spend my free time watching primetime games.
Oh, that
Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
bro,
It's
those
so bad.
it
The
was
last two have been
terrible.
trash.
It was terrible.
We have not watched a single good primetime game this year.
What are
No,
you
we have
talking
not.
about?
That Rams game, 6-6 going into halftime. They come out of halftime. Burrow makes a fair catch at the 12-yard line.
Yeah, like
What kind of shit? What kind of shit is that?
That's what you teaching Pop Warner. Like, oh, we're just gonna catch it. We're just gonna go from here. You're on the fucking 11, you douche nozzle. You could have easily fucking have ran the ball back at least another 20, 30 yards before somebody came and got you. You
You
have
don't
people
know
up
that.
front blocking you for the fucking
You don't know
Come
that.
on.
They don't
Really?
let a wedge anymore. They don't let a wedge
Really?
anymore. He was scared.
Wait, they don't know how to wedge or they're not allowed to
They don't
wedge?
allow the wedge.
That's fucking
Yeah,
idiotic.
you're not
okay?
allowed.
They haven't allowed the wedge in like 10 years. What are you talking
It's still idiotic. It's still
No.
idiotic.
Not really. Having three guys link their arm and try to clothesline everybody in front of them.
I thought that's what you
football.
liked. I thought that's what you liked.
You know
want
how
you want your players all jacked up on cocaine and steroids. That's what you said you liked.
Yeah, doesn't
Come
mean I want
on,
them
get 'em out
clotheslining. Their arms can't handle that.
What if they go to do it and the arm just explode on impact? Is that what you...
I mean, that'd be cool.
Oh,
Okay, then all right.
yeah.
All right. Let's get it. Let's get to it.
I think we already got into it.
Yeah, we're already into it. What are you talking about?
All right. I'm talking about getting all right. So let's just break down our teams and the games that we did. Let's start off with the Houston Texans against the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. Houston Texans came away with a big victory, man, 30-6. Chip, I'll start with you. How did you feel about the Texans win against Pittsburgh?
I think I may have said this last week, but I just want to reiterate, like, this game against the Steelers, it was the most complete that the Texans looked in probably 4 or 5 years. This is their first home game win since December of 2021, which says a lot. They held TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith. I keep wanting to say Hightower because of
Wasn't that the Patriots player?
no, that was Police Academy. Have you guys ever seen that movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, the dude in there, his name's Hightower. I just watched that the other day.
Oh. I thought you were talking about the Patriots player.
No.
You're thinking
No,
Dante Hightower. That's what you're thinking of, Roger.
Was he a Patriots player?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. But for the second week in a row, the offensive line allowed no sacks to CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud, once again, no interceptions, no fumbles, no turnovers at all. Dude is just balling out 300 plus yards. And I just see, and maybe this is wishful thinking or as Talon would say, the homer in me. I see nothing but upside for this team. You know, they're going to start getting pieces back for this O-line. Titus Howard should be back this week. That's the typical starting right tackle. Laramie Tunzel should be back next week or the week after, from what I'm hearing. So you're getting, that veteran presence back on that offensive line, and the rookies that have filled in have been doing phenomenal. Tank Dell, can we talk about Nico Collins? That dude has been sitting around waiting on a quarterback to throw to him, and he is balling out right now.
Yeah, if I may interject, I think that's the best. This past game was the best game I've ever seen Nico Collins play, in my opinion.
I mean, he's played good all season, and it's not like they're relying on one receiver. So like one game, Nico Collins is going off. Another game, Tank Dell is going off. A different game, Robert Woods is going off. They're getting Dalton Schultz, Brevin Jordan input or in there. Devin Singletary's throwing touchdown passes. Damian Pierce just had the best game of his career. Bobby Slowick is really like dialing up some good plays. So I just see nothing but upside from here. Again, maybe I'm blinded or that's the homer in me, but that's where I see the Texans at right now.
Raj, Braden, what about you guys?
I think that D'Amico Ryans, Will Anderson, and Stroud are probably the three best moves the Houston Texans have probably made in the past 10 years, hands down. It's just a complete 180, and they are completely making Houston Texans football great again. And it's really fun to watch, honestly. I mean, it's not going to happen, obviously, but like right now, CJ Stroud is on pace for damn near over 5,000 yards passing. I mean, it's crazy what he's doing. It's just 300-yard game, 300-yard game, 300-yard game. And it's just fun to watch, man. I love watching these young guys go out and do good.
Yep. Raj?
I mean, they super impressed me, especially with how they've been able to do everything, with how the last few seasons have gone for them. I mean, not really much to say besides that they're definitely exceeding everything we expected because we even really said, I think Chip and I said about like a 5-win team or something like that. And they're already on pace to win more than that, probably be 500 or more.
Right.
For the South, man.
I think if they
yeah.
stay on the pace that they're at, I think they win a minimum of 8 games, possibly the South, the AFC South, like Braden said. So
I definitely think they'll win the South at this rate. Because, I mean, who's really going to compete against them in the South?
I mean, you could say the Jaguars, but the Jaguars are struggling.
They've been playing like doo-doo.
I mean, they had a good win against Atlanta this week, but the 2 weeks before, I said they had a win. But before we get off of the Texans game, I do want to say one quick thing because I actually heard this morning on First Take this morning. I'm not going to absolve the Pittsburgh Steelers for how atrocious they were because we all thought we didn't think Pittsburgh was going to be a playoff team, but we thought that they would play the Texans a little bit better than what they did. Do you guys know? Okay, so the offensive coordinator in Pittsburgh is a guy by the name of Matt Canada. Okay,
yeah.
Matt Canada.
He's terrible.
I got some statistics. Hang on a second. Since Matt Canada became the offensive coordinator for the Pittsburgh Steelers back in 2021, they have had 0 400 total yard games.
Yeah,
0
I don't know
400 total yard games. Every other team in the NFL has at least 4. And every team in the league this year, except for I think every team except for maybe one other team has had at least a 400-yard rush, 400-yard total yards game.
I think every team has.
Except for the Pittsburgh Steelers. They're 29th in total offense. They're 25th in scoring offense. Against the Houston Texans this past Sunday, when they started drives in their own territory, they never made it past the 50-yard line. And one more quick quote. This is what Matt Canada said to Shapiro Dedes and Adam Archuleta of CBS Sports after the game, talking about his own team. He said, "They are not quite built to come back from big leads. The way we start games is critical, and we must lead the game in the early stages to have a chance to win." You said this about your own team publicly. So I asked the question Stephen A. Smith asked this morning on First Take. How the fuck does this man still have a job? I asked that question to you guys.
So typically, I think it's hard to get rid of an OC middle of the season. I'd say definitely after this year, he'll be gone without a doubt. But like last year, Ravens fans were clamoring for Greg Roman to be gone. But like once you implement a system and everything's gone through training camp and everything's rocking and rolling and you're already through week 4, it's hard just to blow the whole thing up opposed to like a head coach. You know, you have the offensive philosophies and everything in place, and it's hard just to completely go away from all that. So I don't know. I think he'll be gone after this year for sure, but I don't think he'll be gone middle of the season. It's a lot tougher to do that than you think.
Yeah, I agree with Braden on that. Especially if the Steelers have a losing season this year, which it looks like they're going to be on pace to have for the first time since Mike Tomlin has been the head coach. I think there'll be some definite changes in that coaching staff. I don't think that it'll be Mike Tomlin. I don't even think he's anywhere near being on the hot seat, but I think Matt Canada will definitely be gone, and they're going to have to, figure out where they want to go with this scheme and whether they want to keep Kenny Pickett as their play caller or draft a new quarterback.
I agree with that to an extent, but I want to ask a question. Does it Mike Tomlin is it Mike Tomlin culpable in hiring Matt Canada? Like
No.
he picked the wrong guy. I mean, he picked him. Why would he not be culpable? He picked this guy.
Did he?
He's like, you are the best.
Or did the front office pick him?
Typically,
he picked him.
Has a huge say in it.
Yeah, he picked him.
Yeah, but I think he could have been forced to pick the guy that the front office wanted.
Do we know that for a fact?
No, but we also don't know for a fact that he picked that guy either.
But based on public perception, do you not get the idea where people would sit there and say, why did Mike Tomlin hire this guy?
I mean, people can say whatever, but they're not there.
Yeah. I mean, I get that, public perception, but I don't think that Mike Tomlin is anywhere near being on the hot seat. He's literally been with the Steelers for like 17 years, never had a losing season. And if this season ends up being a sub 500 season, it'll be the first in his career as a head coach. So I don't think it's time to make a change at the head coach position in Pittsburgh yet.
I'm not advocating a change at the head coaching position. All I'm asking was, because Mike Tomlin vouched for Matt Canada, does he bear some culpability? That was all I was asking. I never ever mentioned anything about a head coaching change.
Well, no, but a lot of people have, like, I've seen a lot of people on Twitter and everything, calling for Mike Tomlin's head. And I'm like, dude, it's four games into the season and he's never had a losing season. Why are we talking about firing this guy? But
go ahead, Braden.
I think Mike Tomlin only does so much. Mike Tomlin's not calling the plays. Mike Tomlin's not implementing the game plan every week. There's so many things that the head coach and offensive coordinator do differently in terms of what they do on a weekly basis, all the way down to game day. I do think that he does take some blame, because I do think that he probably had a huge say in the hiring of him. But at the end of the day, you're your own man. You're doing your job is to put up points, help the offense put up points. You're not doing your job. So I think a lot of it comes back on him. It's 25-75. We'll say that.
But we're done with that team. I'll move on to one of our other teams. Whose team do we want to talk about next?
So while we're waiting on Talon to fix that and Roger to find his question, one statistic about CJ Stroud, that he's the only rookie quarterback in NFL history with 900 passing yards and 0 interceptions.
That's
right now.
Yes, we hear you now.
Sweet.
He has played a Ravens defense and a Steelers defense, and literally dude could not throw one pick. I was shocked.
Let's talk about this ass whooping Miami took from Buffalo this week, 48-20. It started off like it was going to be a high-scoring game in the first quarter, second quarter, and
it was high-scoring.
On one side, the Devon A-Chain did good. 8 carries, 101 yards, and 2 touchdowns. So he did do everything he could, as a rookie. It's Miami getting a taste of his own medicine. I will admit it, after dropping 70 on Denver. But how'd you guys feel about this game?
I feel like I'm not shitting on any team whatsoever, but I feel like the more the more complete football team, I think, won in that sense. I think right now, as it stands in this part of the season, Buffalo as a team is more complete, hitting on all cylinders opposed to Miami. So I think that's a little bit of why they won.
Yeah. Well, the defense, I think, is better.
Absolutely.
The offenses, they're ranked number 1 and number 2 in total offense. Both teams are ranked number 1 and number 2. And then our defense is like ranked somewhere in the mid-teens, and Buffalo's is just up there in the upper echelon. So yeah, the defense definitely showed up when it did. Chip, Roger, y'all got any thoughts, opinions?
I mean, I guess the Dolphins won't try to put 70 up on anybody ever again.
I guess.
Well, it doesn't feel good, does it?
Huh?
Doesn't feel good, does it?
No.
A crazy statistic not really statistic but theory that I heard earlier this week is if you go back and you look at the Bills games that they played, look at their opponents. The week before they play the Bills, they play a very solid, good game, and they win. Then they go into the Bills, and the Bills just blow them out.
So it's like the Bills wanted to go ahead and get that one loss out the way because they didn't play good week one. And then after that week one loss, they just came out firing. They've been really, really good over the past 3 weeks.
They've looked like the Bills are supposed to have looked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the thing that happens with Buffalo. I mean, going into this season, well, I'll say last year, I think a lot of hype was surrounding Buffalo, and everyone thought that, if Buffalo's going to do it, last year was going to be the year. Everybody thought that all year round. Everyone was like, yep, Buffalo's going for it. It's going to be the one. And going into this year, I think we definitely, I wouldn't say wrote them off, but I think as a public, we're not really talking about them as much because it's the age-old stigma that the Bills are never going to finish it. That's why people don't really talk about them. So I think that's whenever they perform at their best is, they're kind of not being talked about too much, and they're going to come out and hit you in the mouth whenever that happens. Everybody was talking about Miami and then went up against a tough Buffalo team.
Yep.
Yeah. But I mean, I think everyone's always given Buffalo their credit. The only time they really, in my opinion, the only time they've actually shit on Buffalo is the fact that when they get to the postseason, they can't finish the job. But whenever you get to the postseason, they're up against teams like Kansas City, and they're up against, the Cincinnati Bengals. But hell, I can't even say that about Cincinnati because Cincinnati's not playing that good this year either. So who knows?
Sandbagging.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sandbagging. Listen to him.
They are sandbagging.
But moving on to the next of one of our teams. Speaking of Braden's team, we'll talk about the Baltimore Ravens, who just put a shellacking on the Cleveland Browns, 28-3. Go ahead and gloat, brother. What you think about this game?
I don't even know if we can gloat that much, but Sunday morning,
you beat him by 25 points. That's a gloat.
Sunday morning, I was on Twitter and someone posted that Deshaun Watson is going to be a healthy scratch. I'm like, what in the world? And it kind of came out of nowhere. I had no idea that he was hurt. So I know that DTR was going to be their backup, and I watched him in preseason. I was like, okay, he's probably going to come out and do okay, but dude is very reckless with the ball. He's got great pocket presence, but he didn't have the help around him really perform that well. It's tough in your first NFL start going up against a Baltimore Ravens defense at home, but he did good for the most part. Did the best of his ability, but like we said on last week's show, there were a ton of Ravens injuries going into Sunday, so that's kind of why I lean more towards the Browns and their defense putting on a show for that one. But I really think this win was a big testament to the Ravens' depth as a whole, because I feel like each week someone new is getting hurt. So we just move somebody in, they perform, we get the win. Guys come back, new guys get hurt, and it's just like this new process each week. Each position group is showing, hey, we've got a little bit more depth here. Hey, we got a little bit more depth here. We're just shuffling pieces around in this puzzle, and it's just working. And it's just a testament to how good the depth is, how good just the coaching is. And Lamar really impressed me in this one. He had a lot of good throws, a lot of good runs. It was just a good overall good team win. I was really scared about that Cleveland defense, but shoot, 28 points, that's something on that Cleveland defense. That's really, really good.
3 interceptions from your defense too.
Oh yeah.
Do you think that it helped, just to play devil's advocate, do you think that it helped you guys that Deshaun Watson was not under center?
Yeah. Do we put an asterisk by your team's win?
Yeah. Is there asterisks? Yep.
Well, we should have put an asterisk for Nick Chubb not being there. I mean, if you're going to do that.
Well, that's what Mike Tirico wants to do. So I mean,
Yeah, Mike Tirico wants to put an asterisk next to every game where a superstar is not playing in it.
Yeah.
But
I'm just, I mean, a legitimate question, you know, and to play devil's advocate.
I think that definitely helped. I think if Deshaun plays, this is a completely different game because the first few weeks, Deshaun's actually been doing pretty good. He's been performing for the Browns team, but it is a lot different when you have a rookie literally making their first career start against, you know, the Ravens, opposed to Deshaun, who has experience through and through. It's a big difference. So I think that would have made a big impact.
Right.
Okay.
Roger, any final thoughts?
I mean, it was a good game overall. Surprised that the Browns defense wasn't more efficient. Because I'm not gonna say they were bad, they just weren't clicking like they should have been. Because that's a team we do expect to have at least be able to hold their ground even if the offense isn't clicking. They're usually working really well, but I mean, Lamar was able to do a lot more freely than I thought he was going to.
Myles Garrett had like a hell of a game, but like he couldn't get any help.
Yep, like it's him alone.
While Talon's looking up whatever he's looking up, let's talk about the Broncos. They get a win.
That's what I was looking up. I was trying to find
we got ourselves a W.
You got a W.
Dude, we shit on that game, but it was damn near one of the best games of the week.
It was, but I mean, no one expected it to be good.
Never underestimate a man with nothing to lose. Ice-T surviving the game. 1994, I think. Or was it 93? Anyway, doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, neither one of these teams had anything to lose, and they just went out there and just played their ass off, man. You know, Justin Fields had the best game that he's had in a very, very long time. 335 yards and 4 touchdowns.
And Cole Kmet did too.
Cole Kmet had a oh my god.
He had a Travis Kelce game out there.
1 catch, 1 yard, 1. Is that what you're talking about?
What?
Cole Kmet?
You said Cole Kmet, right?
Yeah.
He had a hell of a game.
Oh wait, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the rushing. I am so sorry.
Oh, 7 receptions,
yeah, 1 rush, 1 yard. I saw the name and then I looked at the statistics. I didn't even look at the category it was
like
under.
Dude had like 30 points in fantasy. I was like, hey, you know what? You had 1 for 1.
seven receptions, 85 yards, 2 touchdowns on 9 targets.
Yeah, I was like, he had a Travis Kelce game.
Yeah, sorry, I'm a human being. I misquote myself sometimes. I won't apologize. Anyway. But no, all right. But how'd y'all overall feel about the game in total? In its totality?
It was entertaining.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys watched the game, but the 4th down play call, man, what the hell are you doing? Just kick the damn field goal.
Hey, I don't get that at all.
I don't either.
What are you doing, man? Like
that didn't make sense. There was a few in a few games this week where it was like 4th down and like the play didn't make sense. One in particular was in the Texans game when Kenny Pickett got injured. It was like 4th and 1 and Najee Harris was starting to heat up and they line up Kenny Pickett in shotgun with no running back. And so everybody knew he was gonna pass and he didn't, and took the sack, got injured. Luckily for him, it was only a bone bruise, nothing major. So
yeah, so he'll definitely be in for the week unless they just want to sit him and put Mitch Trubisky on the forward backward ways.
He's out this week.
At that point, do you, or does it make a difference?
I mean, you can always start. Who's the 3rd string?
Mason Rudolph.
Is he still there?
Ducky. Yeah.
He's still there.
Oh yeah.
He's 3rd string.
Yeah, old Ducky.
He got bumped up from the practice squad. Now he's 3rd string on the team.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah,
I just told you
it was a good win for the Broncos.
Very needed.
Yeah, yes, very much needed. The team actually looked like in my opinion, they looked like they were gelling together. The way that they should, the way that you would expect a Sean Payton, Russell Wilson team to gel together. One of the greatest coaches and one of the best or better quarterbacks in the league, and up until this point they hadn't looked like a team, but they really looked like a team this game.
Yep,
they really did. I really think they did.
So
Also, I guess last on the docket, you guys want to talk about the Philadelphia Eagles because they got a big game coming up. But as far as Philadelphia goes, the very, very close overtime victory against the Washington Cucamonga Kids. How'd you guys feel about this game overall?
That shouldn't have went into overtime, man. That was defense.
Yeah.
I mean, Washington's better when they play against the Eagles than most people give them credit, though.
But does this, and I'm going to ask this question because it was posed to me, is the Philadelphia Eagles, they're undefeated, but look at either the teams that they beat, should it have been this close against the Commanders?
No.
So does that bear the question, is that Philadelphia armor showing cracks now?
I mean, it's been showing cracks all season.
Go ahead, Brad.
The injuries on
somebody talk
on the injuries in the secondary. I think maybe that's something you could point at, but like it's like I'm looking at it. I'm like, I'm not really as scared or worried about the Eagles as much as I was last season. I mean, I think there's a lot more teams I'm more worried about than Philly. Like, I mean, like, don't get me wrong, Philly's still good, but like, they look beatable for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, there are definitely worse teams out there that we got to worry about.
I mean, if we're being honest, Philadelphia looks beatable, but like Kansas City looks beatable too. The two teams that were in the Super Bowl just this past year, who everyone was like, "Oh, these are the two best teams in the league," and coming into this season, they were the two best teams in the league. But nobody's scared of them anymore. It's like they figured them out, and now it's like, who are the teams that are like the feared teams?
49ers.
Maybe the 49ers?
One is the 49ers.
The other one is 49ers.
They're
and possibly the Bills.
Possibly the Bills.
Yeah. I would say those two.
If Miami's defense gets any better, that offense is still scary. I feel like the Detroit Lions is quiet scary.
The Panthers.
Did you say something?
He's shitting on me. It's fine. That's what they do. I try to make an argument. Roger disagrees with me. Chip agrees with Roger, and it's just a fucking thing.
Chip doesn't even say anything.
Bullshit. Chip agrees with you on everything.
I literally haven't said anything.
I already know what's going to happen.
This dude said the Panthers, and I turned around and looked at my beautiful collection.
That's a scary game. That's a scary game to go watch.
No. But I mean, yeah, Kansas City and Philadelphia right now, people aren't scared of them anymore because they found ways to figure them out. Now, obviously, Detroit figured them out. No other team that they played has been able to do that. But who have they played? You know what I mean? Well, Chicago ain't figuring anybody out. Chicago's horrible. But nevertheless, that's it for our teams. Chip, you want to break down what our records were this week before we move on?
Real quick, Talon, you and Roger tied for lead in the week for this week at 13-3. Braden and I went 11-5, and then good old Chatty Boy was in last place at 10-6. I mean, everybody did have a winning record. But I did add it up, and for the season so far, Chad is in the lead. He's 41-23. Rogers in second at 40-24. Talon is in third at 38-26. Braden is in fourth, 36-28, and then I am in last with 34-30. Kind of like Chad said earlier, I do make some risky picks. I'm an underdog lover. I tend to root for the underdog more than I do the winner most of the time.
We told you not to pick the Cardinals. You did. I'm just saying.
Mind your business.
It's Boomer Radio. It is my business. What the fuck are you talking about? All right. So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I guess it is time for Roger's question of the week. We'll play some music or something. Go ahead, Roger.
Yeah.
No.
All right, where are we going?
So the question, and this one's gonna be all running backs, Chip. So don't get confused.
Running backs.
Yes.
Running backs.
Running backs. But name
Running back.
me the 6 last rookie running backs to at least have a 1,000-yard season.
Last 6 running backs to have.
Rookie running backs. So the rookie season was 1,000 yards. And while you guys are doing that, little tidbit that's also happening is right now both Justin Jefferson and Puka are on pace to beat Calvin Johnson's single season record for yardage.
Really?
Yeah, they're both 4 games with what is it? Oh God, that was loud. Justin Jefferson already has 543 and Puka has 501. So they're 4 games in with over 500 yards.
Oh,
so
wow.
at that pace, they're going to be able to break it by the end of the season.
Yeah. Hey, I had a distraction. What was the question again that you had? Rookie running backs over 1,000 yards?
The last 6 rookie running backs with 1,000 yards.
Ooh, okay.
So rookie season was at least 1,000 yards.
You're talking most recent, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
How far back?
The last
2020?
6.
The last 6 I think 19. Let me double check.
Just so I'm clear, you're not going to tell us who's right or wrong until everybody gives their
pick. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm trying to make sure I didn't lie to you guys on the ear because I know one was a later round pick.
Let me know when you're ready. I got my 6.
Yeah, so it was 2020. Okay, I was gonna say, I was like, man, I know I felt like he was in that draft.
Okay.
All right, let me go ahead and get this ready. All right, Chip.
All right, I have Travis Etienne, Najee Harris, Jonathan Taylor, Josh Jacobs, Tyler Algier, and James Robinson.
All right, who wants to go next?
All right, I got you.
All right.
All right, here we go. I got Jonathan Taylor,
Mm-hmm.
Kenneth Walker,
Mm-hmm.
Damian Pierce,
Mm-hmm.
Travis Etienne,
All right.
Najee Harris,
Okay.
James Robinson.
All right, and Talon.
I couldn't remember what year these guys were drafted, so I might only get 4 of these right. But there's my list right there. I got Kenneth Walker III, Jonathan Taylor,
Mm-hmm.
James Robinson, Nick
Mhm.
Chubb, Travis Etienne, and Josh Jacobs.
I couldn't remember if Josh Jacobs balled out that rookie year or not.
I couldn't remember if what year he came into the league. I had him written down before Roger said the year was 2020, and then I got to thinking, did he come in 19 or 20? I can't remember.
I always forget that these recent rookie guys actually got
Out.
that many.
Yeah.
Like he said that, I immediately thought Todd Gurley, CMC, Saquon.
Derrick Henry.
Yep.
All right, so Chip and Braden both got 4 out of 5. No, I mean, sorry, 5 out of 6, and Talon got 4 out of 5. I am checking one name to see which one would be the tiebreaker.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here talking away. It's like y'all okay faving me.
Always.
I knew it, fucker. All right. All right, so what's the answers?
He's looking something up real quick
Yeah,
to see.
because since both of Braden and Chip got a tie, I'm trying to see about a tiebreaker player.
Did I get any of them right?
Yeah, 4-6.
Okay, let me guess. The ones I got wrong were Nick Chubb and Josh Jacobs, right?
Yep. So technically, it's Najee Harris, Kenneth Walker, Jonathan Taylor, Travis Etienne, Tyler Algier, and James Robinson.
Algier had 1,000?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Yeah.
I think he was just under 1,100.
God, good for him.
Yeah. So with that being said, the tiebreaker is going to go to Chip. Josh Jacobs had the more. He was 2019, so he was the year before. He had 1,052 yards. Damian Pierce did not break 1,000 yards. He had 952.
Oh, now what the hell?
So close.
I knew.
Angrier, damn it.
I knew Pierce didn't have 1,000.
I just had to make sure. I had to make sure because I was like, man, it's like I know he did a lot, but I was like, I gotta check because I know Josh Jacobs did, but he was the year before, so he was technically number 7 on the list, and Saquon was number 8 on the list, so it went all the way from Josh Jacobs to Saquon, so there was a gap.
Yeah, I remember that Saquon rookie year was just legit, man.
Before his ACL betrayed him.
Right.
Multiple times.
Yep. Got Odell Beckham syndrome.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
You're going through it right now.
That's the point.
But Talon, did you hear what I said about Justin Jefferson and Puka?
I did not know.
They're both on pace to beat Calvin Johnson's record if they both stay healthy.
Holy shit.
Yes.
Puka Nacua, if he does it, I mean, that's a rookie set.
That's a rookie,
record.
yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which is probably more impressive.
Yeah. Well, I mean, what's the rookie record for most receiving yards in a season? Does Randy Moss still have that, or does Megatron have it?
No, definitely. Megatron didn't do good his first 4 years.
Then it's probably Moss, because Moss had a killer rookie year.
Why do I feel like Justin Jefferson has the
Anquan Bolden, 1,377 yards.
Oh, Puka Nacua is going to pass that for sure.
No, I wouldn't go that far, man. Once Cooper
He'll
Kupp,
huh?
Yeah, he's going to have to fight for Cooper Kupp's.
He's going to be fighting a lot of targets.
Oh, they're going to. You don't think they would still utilize Puka Nacua if Cooper Kupp came
but
back?
like he's not going to get the same workload.
Yeah, you don't tell me you're going to pass up Cooper Kupp in the middle over Nacua on the side?
Yeah.
No, I'm definitely going with Cooper Kupp, but at the same time, who's more consistent at this current moment? And can you guarantee me that Cooper Kupp is going to remain healthy? That's the question.
Mm-hmm.
That's good viability. Track record's there, but I mean, we may also see an injury going to Puka out of nowhere.
Yep.
Unfortunately, because that's how football is. Unfortunately.
Yep.
All right,
Stay
Talon. Yep. Hit us with the top 10 on power rankings.
Top 10.
All right.
I need to do like an intro thing.
Yeah. So we'll go over our teams, obviously, and the Bears are the last on the list, so that should tell you one thing.
That's not our team.
Yeah, I know. I just want to say I have to throw out that the Bears suck, just to let you guys know. So at number 28, bumping up 3 spots, are the Denver Broncos. Let's see. I'm scrolling through here real quick. All right. At number 15, jumping up 8 spots, are the Houston Texans.
Hell yeah.
I still think it's too high, but
nah, not at the pace you got.
Take the W, dude. Take it where you can get it, dude.
I have to be skeptical.
Okay.
Because at any moment that shit could just plummet.
That's why you gotta enjoy it now before it does plummet.
Enjoy it. Yes, it's like the stock market. Sell high. Yes. At number 8, the Baltimore Ravens, who are staying at number 8.
Who was 10 and 9?
I'm sorry.
You skipped. No, you're good.
All right. You're right. At number 10, bumping up 10 spots, are the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Hey, Baker baby.
Baker baby. Is that the highest?
That's the highest jump. That's the highest jump all season so far.
I think it's the highest one. I think that's the highest.
It's the highest one up. It's the highest one up. The highest one down was like 12 or something like that, and that was when
Probably
the Broncos
us.
dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably us.
Anyway, yeah.
Okay.
Number 9, bumping up 3 spots with the Seattle Seahawks. At number 8, staying at 8 is the Baltimore Ravens, like I mentioned before. At number 7, staying at 7 is the Detroit Lions. At number 6, dropping 5 spots down are the Miami Dolphins. Number 5, bumping up a spot is the Dallas Cowboys. Number 4, staying at 4, the Philadelphia Eagles. Number 3, bumping up 2 spots are the Buffalo Bills. At number 2, bumping up 1 spot is the Kansas City Chiefs. And number 1, bumping up 1 spot is the San Francisco 49ers. I'm sorry. Kansas City has not been looked good. Kansas City does not.
They should not have gone up.
They shouldn't have went up. If anything,
barely beating the Jets. Come on now.
I would honestly.
They beat the Jets by a field goal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And overtime, wasn't it?
Yeah. No, I don't think it was overtime. I think it was at the end of the game.
It was regular time. Yeah, regular time.
Well, I mean, even still, there's people that saying that Kansas City was given that game, and I can't say I blame them. But San Francisco, I agree with San Francisco should be number 1. If anything, the Bills should be at 2. Eagles at least should be at 3. If you want to put the Cowboys at 4, if you want to keep the Chiefs in the top 5, put them at 5. Don't like I agree with Miami. Getting taken out of the top 5, but
are the Chiefs a top 5 team right now though?
Yeah.
Would you take okay? Well, obviously you take the Lions over the Chiefs because they beat them. Would you take the Ravens over the Chiefs?
Yeah,
No.
I would.
No.
Would you take the Ravens over the Chiefs?
Not right now.
That Ravens offense is definitely better than the Chiefs offense right now.
Not with their injuries right now.
The tough thing, you can't. I'm just not betting against Mahomes. That's the thing. It's simple as that.
Would you put the Seahawks over the Chiefs?
No.
No.
Not the Seahawks. Aren't they 2-2?
Go ahead.
I was like, aren't they 2-2?
Yeah, they're 2-2.
What about the Buccaneers?
No.
No.
Go ahead.
Maybe.
Say it.
Yeah, I might. The baker in me saying yes.
Yeah. The Browns. Would you take the Browns over the Chiefs?
No.
The Jaguars.
No.
All right. The Chargers.
No,
I don't think so right now.
Now we're getting into the teens, and it's
Yeah.
But yeah, I could think of at least 4 other teams that I would pick over
the Cardinals.
No, don't play yourself like that. Don't do that. Don't embarrass yourself.
All right.
Let's move on.
Let's
move
on
that Roger's trying to project to the world. But go ahead.
To week 5, Thursday night football. We got a game of who gives a fuck versus who gives a fuck. It's the Chicago Bears versus Washington. Where are you guys going?
Hold on. Before we talk about this Thursday night, can we talk about how right we were, as opposed to one of our other friends who's been mad shitting on a certain team, talk about how a certain team is better than another team in the division, and I mean they proved it wrong on Thursday.
Just say his name.
He got shown.
Say it with your chest. Say his name.
I'm just saying, Chad's been talking mad shit about the Lions and how they can't beat the Packers, and the Packers are the best in that division. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jordan Wardlow's a better quarterback, right? Okay. That man was out there squirming. Every time he saw Aiden Hutchinson, he was scared.
And Chad, anytime you want to rebuttal, my friend, come back on the show and we'll hash it out. Or you could just find Roger and beat his ass later. I don't care. But
Chad's not beating nobody's ass right now.
I'll hit him in the elbow and he'd be done.
He's literally a one-armed man in an ass-kicking contest. But anyway, Talon, where are you going? Bears or Commanders?
I don't give a damn. No, for real.
You got to pick.
Honestly, you got to go with Commanders, man. I mean, yeah, Justin Fields put up some good numbers. They actually played the best game that they've played, but I don't know. I think Washington's going to pull out the victory. So that's where I'm going to
go. All right.
Raj?
No, go ahead, Ray.
Go ahead, Ray.
Last week I watched Sam Howell kind of got his ass kicked by the Bills. He took it and he learned from it, man. He went into Philly and damn near almost squeaked out a win, man. Like Sam Howell was out there dealing. I watched that fourth quarter. I was like, holy cow, is he really doing this? I was watching that game. I was like, are they really about to win this in Philly? But he's showing me a lot, and I think this Washington that D line is probably gonna get to Fields all night and give him fits. So give me the Commanders.
All right, Raj.
Like I told you earlier, I'm going with Commodores on this one.
Commodores, yes. I am also going with the Washington football team. I just have zero faith in the Bears right now. I've said it. Roger and I have said it for a couple of years now. They don't have an O-line, and Justin Fields is going to be running for his life the entire game.
Which he has.
So, yeah. So, yeah. Washington on this. Chad's also going Washington. One thing that I want to pose about the Commanders, there is a rumor going around that they are trying to trade away Chase Young.
My thing is, I don't think it's really a rumor. Rivera hasn't really liked him the last couple of seasons, saying he's been lazy and not putting effort in, which okay. Yeah.
The current going price for Chase Young is 1 starter and 1 third-round pick.
I can see the third-round pick. Pick.
I don't know if I pay that for him, man. Like he was good early on, and then it feels like he gets hurt every single year.
I think not only that. I also think it's that I don't think that environment is bringing out his potential. I think he needs to go to a better defensively minded team. I mean, he could go to the Ravens. You know.
Well, I mean, that came up in the offseason because like the Ravens always need pass rushers because we can't seem to be successful finding pass rushers in terms of like getting younger guys there. I mean, we've always got proven vets, but like getting a young pass rusher and just letting them develop. And Baltimore was the main trade destination, but I don't really want to pay that for him.
I don't see the starter, but I can see a third rounder.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
So, all right. So then we move on to our early Sunday game. This is another international game in London. Jaguars, who are the pseudo home team to London, versus the Bills, who are listed as the home team. Where are we going?
So I think I'm going to go with the actual home team, the Bills, on this one.
All right.
I mean, the Jaguars haven't looked impressive the last couple of games, and the Bills have been stepping up since week 1 more and more. I mean, the Jaguars are good internationally for some reason. I don't know what that is.
Yep.
I do think it's funny that they're playing at their owner's team's arch rival stadium, though.
Yes.
I'm gonna go
Jaguars.
No, I'm gonna go Bills, but I think it's gonna be close, and here's the reason why. Okay, so the Jags just played in London, correct?
Mm-hmm.
They're staying there too.
So they stayed in London, correct? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The Bills are going to London. So there's that jet lag and that all that stuff. Does that affect their performance?
Not they already left it.
A well-rested team that's already there in London.
They left already, though, didn't they?
Either way, you're still going to have jet lag, no matter if you leave today or you leave earlier in the week. It's still jet lag. But
give yourself about 4 days to recover.
We'll see. Nevertheless, I do got the Bills winning this one. I don't know if it's going to be a slaughter, but I definitely think that the Bills have a chance to, kind of let people know, like, yeah, we're here now. We're back. No more fooling around. No more bullshit. We're fixing to take shit over. And the Jags going to have to do something, or they're going to be going back to the States with a loss. So I got Buffalo winning this game. Close, but I think I got them winning.
All right. Braden, where are you going?
I think it's going to be tough losing Tre'Davious White for the year for the Bills. We're definitely going to see that secondary and their depth tested in this one against the explosive Jags offense. But something to note is Von Miller actually comes back this week. So Von Miller actually says, "Fuck you, jet lag. I'm getting this. I'm getting this win." So give me the Bills.
Hit him with the bing bong, fuck your life.
I'm also going with the Bills. The Jaguars, they are going to be a little more rested, and they do play well internationally for whatever reason. But I just don't think they have the ability to withstand what Buffalo is going to throw at them. So I'm going Bills. Chad's also going Bills. So
I mean, is their defense really strong enough to compete against them right now?
their defense wasn't strong enough to compete against the Texans. So I don't think that their defense is strong enough to compete against the Bills.
But the Texans are dynamic.
Yes, they are.
Elite football team right there.
Speaking of the Texans, next up we have the Texans versus the Atlanta Falcons. This is going to be in Atlanta. Talon, where are you going?
Okay.
I got it very, very close, but I got Houston winning it. I believe Houston is on the rise. I'm not going to say that they're going to be world beaters, but I am going to say that they are doing far better. And Atlanta is coming off of a pretty bad loss to Jacksonville overseas. Do I think that it's going to be like what I said before? Do I think it's going to be a blowout game? I don't think so. I think it's going to be very close. Atlanta does have the home field advantage, and they do got Bijan Robinson running it upfield, but I feel like the Texans' offense is coming together, and their defense, 3 sacks last week, been putting a lot of pressure on the quarterbacks. I feel like the Texans are starting to hit a stride that I don't think any of us saw coming. And I think because they hit the stride at the right moment to where people weren't suspecting it, and it's going to catch people off guard. And I think Atlanta will probably be, a unfortunate victim of this rise. So I'm going to go with the Texans to win this game.
All right. Roger?
I want to go Texans. Yeah, I want to go Texans. The Texans beat the Jaguars, and Jaguars handled the Falcons. And Texans have really gotten better since they played the Jaguars. And I know the Falcons are sort of clicking on offense, but I don't think they're already at that pace that where the Texans are together.
No.
Braden?
The Houston Texans and the Atlanta Bijan Robinsons should be a good game.
You forgot a name? You forgot a name out there? Kyle Pitts.
The Kyle Pitters.
The Pitts.
The Pitters. The Pitts.
But no, I actually like Houston in this spot. Their offensive line was doing. I was worried last week against the Steelers and TJ Watt with their makeshift offensive line, but dude, they were killing it. They didn't even let CJ Stroud get touched in that game. And now, you're getting guys back with Laramie Tunsil and a lot of other key pieces on that offensive line and being probably fully healthy this week. And I know going into the season, I had a lot more faith in Desmond Ridder, but dude, watching that London game, my God, I felt bad for the kids that woke up at 9 a.m. to watch that. But
this is football, mommy.
Yeah.
What kind of bullshit is this?
Boy, where's the fucking rugby?
But dude, just gonna go with the Texans. They're the hot team in this matchup, and just gonna go with that one. Like them a lot more.
If they bench Desmond Ridder and go with
That makes it interesting.
Go with Taylor Heineke. Is it Taylor Heineke?
Taylor Heineke.
Yeah, it's Heineke. Yeah, if they go with Heineke, that might be a game changer. I'm just saying.
It could be. You're right.
If you start using Kyle Pitts and Drake London the right way, that can be an awesome offense. But we never see it year after year. They never do it. So I just can't trust it.
Chad is going Texans on this one. I'm also going to go Texans. And contrary to what Talon said earlier, I don't think it's a close game. Bijan's going to get his touches, and he's probably going to get a couple of touchdowns. But if you look at what the Texans did against the Steelers, And I think the Steelers are a little bit better of a team than the Falcons overall. I think the Texans handle the Falcons pretty handedly on this.
Bijan Robinson himself will make this a game. That's why I have it so close, is because of Bijan.
I don't know. The Texas defense may be able to stifle him.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I mean, they're
not going to be able to stop him, but
no, but they did stuff Najee Harris.
Najee's up and down.
But what's Najee? That's the thing. Everybody shows this praise for Najee Harris, but Najee Harris has not been this breakout player. Like, he's had maybe 1, 2, maybe 3 games where he's had like this massive, big ass 100-yard, 2-touchdown game. We haven't seen a whole lot from Najee Harris like we thought we were going to.
Because he showed his potential that rookie year.
He doesn't have the juice anymore.
We also stuffed
what, Braden?
He doesn't have the juice anymore. Like, you watch him and Jaylen Warren, and like Jaylen Warren's just pop. He's got that bang out of the backfield, but like, Najee gets the ball and he's like, maybe.
Yeah.
He might decide to run today, but no.
The Texans also stuffed Travis Etienne. They held Lamar Jackson to very few rushing yards. I mean, the Texas defense is the real deal. That's the thing. I'm not saying that they're going to be able to stop Bijan, but they're going to hold him closer than he's been held this season, I think.
So the Texans winning this game isn't necessarily predicated on what Bijan can do. It's the absence of what a Desmond Ridder led offense can do.
Correct.
All right.
Yeah, and I mean, not only that, the Falcons' defense is not that good.
It's really not.
They have a very weak secondary. Now the Texans are going to expose that.
Absolutely.
300-yard passing game incoming.
How much?
320.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be an easy 300, I think.
I'm gonna Price is Right you.
So.
Hold on, yeah. I'm gonna go 320.
I'm gonna take the under. I'm voting with you.
Real quick, something I forgot to do when we were going over the games that I normally do. The
over under and the
yes,
bet line. Yeah.
Yes. So
for anybody, for any of our friends that like to place bets,
yes.
This is a good
going. Do what?
What?
I like the spread is 3.
Well, I'm going to go back to the Thursday night football game. Bears Commanders. The Commanders are actually a 5.5 point favorite, with the over and under being 44.
Ooh.
Okay.
Let's see. Jags Bills. Buffalo is only a 5.5 point favorite, with the over under being 48.5.
I'll take the over on both of those.
And just so everybody knows, these odds are coming from Caesars Sportsbook, so there's that. The Texans Falcons game. Atlanta is a 2-point favorite, with the over under being 41.5.
I don't see how
they're smoking dope on that one.
Hammer that Texans money line, man.
I was like, I might actually bet on this one legitimately.
I'm currently.
If I bet $1, how much will I make back?
$1.
You'll make
$2. I'm currently looking for tickets for this game for Sunday. So
it's $28 minimum.
Yep.
The super high nosebleeds.
Yep. So next up is the Panthers and Lions. This is in Detroit. Where are we going?
I'm going
Detroit.
Lions. Because here's the thing: you knew Carolina was going to struggle, and now you're up against a team that's on the rise, who wants it more. It's the Lions. The Lions are just there. Yeah, Bryce Young is going to have Aiden Hutchinson in his face the whole game. It's not going to be pretty, but it's going to be fun to watch. So,
Braden?
Yeah, it's pretty clear cut and dry on this one. It's going to be Detroit at home. Yeah, I don't trust Bryce Young as far as I can throw him going up against that Lions defense. It's going to be tough for him. So I'm going to go Detroit.
So hold on, instead of doing the regular betting line on this, let's do the over under of how many sacks Aiden Hutchinson is going to get. I
Oh,
say 4. I say 4.
I don't know about 4. I'm gonna take the under on that one, but I don't know about 4. Maybe bare minimum 2.
I'll take the
minimum
line.
2.
I'll take the line at 4.
You'll take 4.
I'll take 1.
I'll take 2.
1.
I got 2.
Oof.
Why? Okay, Brady,
Unless they double team him.
Enlighten me. Why only 1?
Because you know damn well that they're going to be holding that man, and it's pretty hard to get home when they're holding you. So
he's done it. He's done it.
Multiple
they've had 2
are a lot harder than you think.
They've held 2. You've had 2 people hold Aaron Donald, and he still got to the quarterback.
Aaron Donald's like 80 pounds heavier than Hutchinson.
Yeah,
but it don't matter. Hutchinson's more agile. He can get to the quarterback quicker.
So, I mean, yeah, I can see that, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll take the line. So Chad is also going Lions, although he should go Panthers since he's a Lions hater. Yeah. Right. I'm going to go Lions as well. The line on this is Detroit at 9.5 with the over under at 45.
I expected that total to be a lot lower.
Yeah, me
too. Next up, we have the Titans versus the Colts.
1 second on that last game. Jameson Wilson back this week.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
He comes back. I don't know how much of an impact he'll make, but he's going to be back in the lineup. So,
well, Dan Campbell said he doesn't know if he's actually going to play him.
True. But that gives you another weapon on that offense, man. That's going to be pretty cool to watch.
Yeah. Well, hell, it's not like Detroit doesn't have like 4 different wide receivers that can make plays that they can throw to. You still have St. Brown, Reynolds,
Sam Laporta, man.
Raymond. Yeah, there's a plethora of receivers that can make plays. So I think it'd be about more fitting him into what they already have. You know what I mean? Go ahead, Chip.
So the next game up is Titans versus Colts. This is in Indianapolis. Where are we going?
To be honest, I don't know. I don't know where to go because both of these teams have been up and down all year.
This is one of the hardest games to pick.
Yeah, they're both sitting at 2-2. I'll give you the line real quick. The line is even with the over under being at 42.5. So this is truly a pick 'em.
Yeah. I mean, Titans looked good this past week. The Colts struggled. The Colts struggled. They got the win, but they struggled. Titans got the win, but they looked a whole lot more impressive. It's Indianapolis, so that plays a factor. Against my better judgment, it is a pick 'em, but I am going to lean more toward Tennessee in this one. I think Tennessee might pull away with the victory. Close, but I think they'll pull away with it.
Okay. Braden?
You know, as the season goes along, I'm really starting to see myself become more of an Anthony Richardson fan. I see myself pulling for him, and I watch him play. I'm like, holy cow, man. Like, a lot of the draft analysts, a lot of these guys just shit on him, and he's proven a lot of people wrong. Like, dude's coming out, slinging the ball, and, like, I watched him last week against the Rams, and, like, he came out in that second half, and he was dealing. Like, dude was just making play after play and brought him back. I want to say the score was 23-8, and he came back against a good Rams team, and that was a really fun game to watch. And it's just fun watching him play football. And I'm not saying he does come back and play this week. He has the opportunity, but a backfield with Jonathan Taylor and Anthony Richardson should be really, really cool to watch. Jonathan Taylor, I don't expect him to get a full workload because he obviously missed training camp and a lot of that, so it will be a slow ramp-up period for him. But it will be a low-scoring, grinded-out kind of game for this AFC South matchup. So I do want to go with the Colts here, go with a little bit of an underdog.
All right. Chad has also picked the Colts on this one. I as well picked the Colts. I don't know. I like this Anthony Richardson kid. I don't understand why all the analysts and everything were shitting on him, other than the fact that there was like almost no tape on him. but I think that's one of the things that makes for a better NFL quarterback, because then you can't really scheme for what he's going to do per se. So I'm going Colts here. So I already gave the odds there. Next up, we're going to go Giants versus Dolphins. Talon?
I hope Dolphins win. But yeah, I am going to go with the Dolphins in this one. Wait, is it at home or is it?
It's
in Miami.
Okay, yeah, then Dolphins at home. I got Dolphins at home in this one. The Giants have played somewhat good they played better on the road than they played at home. They've allowed over 60 points to 3 at MetLife. So, but being on the road, they actually handled, the Cardinals. Then they had to come back against the Cardinals. But I think Miami realizes, okay, we had to get punched in the mouth to realize, we're gonna have to fight, for our spot in the AFC. So fuck it. Let's just keep going, get back to what it does. And against a team with a worser defense than Buffalo, I think Miami will, have a way better game than what they had this past week. So I'm gonna go with Miami.
All right, Braden.
Pick your score of how many points Miami wants to score in this one. I mean, that's gonna be pretty rough. But I don't know if Saquon will be back in this one. But
he's not listed to come back yet.
No, he's not listed.
If somehow the Giants can get lucky and at least get Andrew Thomas back on the offensive line, I think that'll help at least some. But still, not even scoring a single touchdown last night in the Monday Night Football game. Good Lord, man. It's just rough watching this team play. Like, I have no faith in them whatsoever. So you got to go with a hot team at home here in Miami with a steaming hot offense.
Yeah. Roger?
I'm going to win Miami. Unfortunately, the Giants are not the Giants of last season. Don't know what's going on there, but they're playing like straight trash.
Yes.
And Dolphins actually know how to score points, so.
Yep. Chad is also going Dolphins, and so am I. I don't think the Dolphins struggle at all during this game. The Giants are no Bills, so they're, like Braden said, it's like, how much do the Dolphins want to score in this game? Are they going to try to run it up like they did with the Broncos, or are they going to keep it respectable and just win?
I think they'll put up a fight. I think the Giants can put up a fight. They're going to be doing good, and then the first quarter is going to start, and then we just mollywop them.
No, without Saquon, this team does not get a rhythm for Daniel Jones to do anything.
No, yeah. I looked the stat up earlier. Like, Daniel Jones, when he plays with Saquon Barkley, his winning percentage is at like 78%. Yeah. When he plays without Saquon Barkley, it's like 29%.
That's the man who should have got the contract.
Exactly.
But they're not going to pay running backs what they're worth. They're not going to do it.
I mean, like, it really is.
I agree.
Much a difference that is. It's mind-boggling. It really is. Yep. You've got a guy in the backfield now with Matt Breida who hasn't eclipsed 40 yards in the past 2 seasons, and it makes a damn difference, man. It's just it's sad. It really is.
Well, I mean, if you don't have a good running back, then teams know all you're going to do is pass, and they can scheme for that, and they're just going to play man coverage, and you just hope that your receiver can beat that defender.
Yeah, but then you look at somebody like a Jonathan Taylor, and Jonathan Taylor, 24 years old, still in good, healthy condition, regardless of what Jim Irsay said about him, that the whole ankle injury thing or whatever, it was a fucking PR play for leverage and shit like that. Which also doesn't make any sense, because it's like, hey, he's like, hey, trade me. You're not going to pay me. Trade me. Oh yeah. Okay. We'll trade you, but we're not going to trade you for anything more than a first-round pick. Okay. So wait a minute. You don't want to pay this guy as like a star player, but you want star player compensation for him.
That's because they
see the hypocrisy in this, though.
They know he's a star player. They don't want to waste money.
But regardless of the reasons why they don't want to do it, that's just basically so. Is he sitting? Is Jonathan Taylor still sitting out?
He says he is.
He could come back this week. It's if he wants to
I think
get paid for this
would,
season, he has to play at least one game. So they're
yeah,
thinking if he plays this one game, it's just a roll of dice of like how he wants to play cat and mouse here.
yeah. So the line on this is Miami, 11-point favorite, and the over under is 50. So, next up, we're gonna go
that by himself.
do what?
I think Miami's gonna hit that by themselves.
They very well could.
I didn't hear the line. What was it again? I'm sorry.
Miami's an 11-point favorite with the over under being 50.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll hit exactly that, but okay.
So, next up, we got Saints versus Patriots, and this is in New England. Talon, where are you going?
Is David Carr going to be back in this game?
He should be back.
He played last game.
Okay. Either way, I got the Saints winning. The Patriots have not been playing up to par the way they were supposed to be playing. I mean, the Patriots, I mean, we all kind of knew that the Patriots were going to have a down year, but I weren't expecting them to be this bad offensively. So, but the Saints have actually been way better than some people thought they were going to be. So I'm going to go with the Saints to win on this one.
All right. Braden?
This one's it's not as tough as I thought it would be to pick. I put a lot of stock in the Patriots defense last week, being able to get to Dak, but we saw how well that went.
Yeah.
But
perfectly well.
I just don't think that Belichick has a good grasp on this team right now. I don't know what's wrong. You bench Mac Jones in the fourth. You take the worst loss of your career. I don't know what's happening in New England right now. And you take your best player arguably on the team out in Matthew Judon. He's not playing this game. And then you're going up against a stout Saints defense, and then you're going to have to stop all the pass catchers, not to mention Alvin Kamara on the Saints offense. I don't really care that it's in Foxborough. I've got the Saints winning this one.
All right.
He's losing his mind.
Now, I will say that they have said that Mac Jones is still QB1 and is going to start this game.
Allegedly.
Who's their backup?
Zappy.
Oh, so they re-signed Zappy.
That's right. Signed him before
he was on the practice squad. It was just they had to make some moves with the roster and stuff.
Yeah. I'm also going Saints on this. However, Chad's going to go with the Patriots here. I think that's a bold move, but the stat line, New England is actually a 1.5-point favorite with the over under being 40. So
that's gonna be a nasty game.
I mean, I can see both teams scoring at least 20.
Yeah, I can too.
That's about it. Because I mean,
so moving on, we have the Ravens versus the Steelers in Pittsburgh. Talon, where are you going?
Ravens.
Okay.
I mean, the defense is going to eat them alive. You know, even with the injuries and stuff, they're still going to eat them alive. I don't see Kenny Pickett may not make it to the end of the game, to be honest with you. And the Pittsburgh offense, you know, the Pittsburgh defense, other than TJ Watt. Why the fuck do I keep saying JJ? Other than TJ Watt, who by the way is the AFC Defensive Player of the Month, by the way, so shout out to him. You know, I feel like the defensive line is almost all they have. You know what I mean? And it's like, yeah, it's.
I mean, they still have Minkah Fitzpatrick.
Yeah, but what's his contribution been? Like, has he been really heavily contributing? You know, like that's something.
Up until the Texans game.
Yeah. But I mean, and you know, the Ravens, especially with Lamar Jackson doing his thing, and the offense is coming together in some good ways. But at the same time, I got to remember this is Baltimore and Pittsburgh, and they hate each other, so it's going to be a knockdown, drag out fight. But I think Baltimore's still going to pull away with the victory.
All right. Braden?
This one would be a lot harder to pick in previous years, but this rivalry probably just isn't the same as it used to be. I'm going to look at my crystal ball here. Honestly, I don't see Kenny Pickett playing this week. I do think that they'll probably go with Mitchell Trubisky to play this one.
Yeah.
And watching that man play the Ravens defense last year, holy woo! I mean, it was tough to watch. Well, I mean, it wasn't tough to watch for me, but it was great to watch. But,
right?
This defense is clicking, man. Roquan and Patrick Queen I hope they're in Baltimore together for a long time. That defense is awesome. And who is it? The Steelers' offense is very, very stagnant right now, and I just don't see them moving the ball whatsoever. So, gonna go with the Ravens in this one. I like not the homer pick. That's just I really like them in that matchup. Even though that they've low-key been Lamar's kryptonite in his earlier years, I think that he gets to him in Pittsburgh.
Chad is going Ravens here. I'm also going Ravens. After what the Steelers have done the last 2 weeks, I just don't see them bouncing back, especially against this Ravens defense or this Ravens team, period.
We'll see who gets who we got to shift around.
Right.
Okay, so with that being said, especially with the conversation we had earlier in the show, if the Pittsburgh Steelers put out more just bad offensive play, do we see Matt Canada terminated, or are they going to really ride this whole horrible experiment out to the end of the season?
End of the season.
Yeah, I think they're going to wait till the end of the season, but they're definitely going to start talking to people before the end of the season.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm one of the guys like the shit ain't working. Cut bait. You know.
Well, okay, so I'll pose this question to you real quick. When is the last time you seen an offensive coordinator lose his job mid-season?
I don't think I've ever seen an offensive. I don't think I've ever seen a coordinator lose their job. I've always seen it. They pull head coaches all the time. Normally an offensive or defensive coordinator will step up into the interim spot.
Exactly.
But
so
I feel like we've seen a coordinator recently lose his job. I'm trying to think.
Well, wasn't it the Raiders? Didn't one of the Raiders? No, he stepped up. Never mind.
I think it was the Jets one, wasn't it? During the trip.
Hang on a second. Let me look this up for just a second. While I'm looking that up, Chip, you can go ahead and go with the next game.
Well, real quick, Baltimore is a 3.5 point favorite with the over/under at only 38.
I'm also going to go with the Ravens for this one.
I thought I asked you already. My bad. Not bad.
Screw that guy.
No, I mean, you guys pretty much raised the points that I had. The Steelers being non-existent pretty much offensively. Their defense is really the only thing there, but they're not even as strong as they used to be, and the Ravens are clicking even with the injuries.
Mm-hmm. All right. So with that, we'll move on to the next game, and it's the Cincinnati Bengals versus the Arizona Cardinals. Talon, where are you going?
You said the Bengals and the Cardinals?
Bengals and Cardinals.
Okay. 1 second. I'm going to look. Okay, so that wasn't. Okay, so this was at the end. The last offensive coordinator. Okay, it's showing. The only thing that's showing me is Byron Leftwich getting fired after 4 seasons, and that was in January of this year. But the Buccaneers were already out of playoff contention by the time this happened. So, okay, so it wasn't during the season, but it says here that the team made the decision to fire Leftwich after the season, even though they let him know in week 13 that he will be relieved of his duties at the end of the season. So. Yeah, so he was made aware that he was going to be losing his job, but they let him finish the job. So okay, there you go. Okay, I'm sorry. What was the game? What was the game that you just said again? The Cardinals and who?
Bengals.
Call me crazy, but I'm going Cardinals. The Bengals have not been playing good. The Bengals over the last several games have not been up to par. They try. I mean, I'll give them credit. I'll give them the A for effort. And the Cardinals just look different with Joshua Dobbs at the helm. They have been doing an unbelievable job. It's almost like he was the missing piece that come together. And people was like, "Oh, it's Josh Dobbs." You know, he's not Patrick Mahomes. He's not, Joe Burrow. He's not this guy. He's not that guy. He doesn't need to be those guys. He just needs to be the guy that's best fit for that system, and he has done an amazing job. On the flip side, just the Bengals. I seriously think that Joe Burrow is more hurt than people are saying that he is. You can tell by the way he, plants his foot. You can tell by the way he runs or the way he plays. Something else is going on with him that they're not telling us. You know what I mean? And I don't know if it's just because you have to list him as, if he is injured, you have to, they by rule, they have to list him as somewhat injured, correct? If he is suffering from an injury,
they could put questionable.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's, I guess
or
that's
day to day, does technically.
So that's the catch-22, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But surprisingly, man, I'm going to go with Arizona. For whatever reason, I think Arizona's going to pull off the victory in this one.
All right, Braden.
Hold on. So 2018, last time a offensive coordinator was fired mid-season, and it was even mid-season, it was early in the season. And it was when the I just had it. The Cardinals fired offensive coordinator Mike McCoy in October.
Okay.
Do you remember who that guy is?
No. So I mean, it's been 5 years, so it's been
so
a good,
so
good
so
amount
it
of
can
time.
happen. I'm saying it can happen.
I mean, if it's going to happen, it's got to be this month.
Yeah,
It has to be this month, right?
Are you advocating for this guy to lose his job?
I'm not advocating for anybody to
He's
lose
got
his job.
kids.
I'm just advocating for them to do better, or what other alternative do you have?
I'm not advocating for him losing his job either. Just make him go back to being like an assistant and have somebody else step up in the position.
Absolutely.
Because he's like Tyler said, he's not doing the job.
No.
He's losing the job.
Yeah.
By his own admission, he's losing the job. When you sit there and you tell CBS Sports that your own team cannot come back from being down, what do you say to that? Like, what is your response? If you're Mike Tomlin, do you not sit there and say, "Why the fuck did you say that in public?" That shit you keep in house. What you doing talking to them about shit that you ain't even got to worry about?
Listen,
I'm the head coach. It's my job to talk.
We know we suck. You don't tell them that.
Mike Tomlin walked into his called him into the office. He had his feet on the desk and he was showing black Air Forces. He's like, next time you speak, it's going down.
Did he walk in with George Pickens? NFL young boy?
You remember that when Mike Tomlin gave everybody black Air Forces at the beginning of the season?
I remember that. I remember. What he probably did was walked in there and had Mason Rudolph stand there. It's like Mason just holding a helmet. I mean, like, yeah, he learned this from his buddy Miles. So here's what's gonna happen if you
can get it too.
Yep. All right. I'm sorry, Chip. Go ahead.
All right, Braden. Bengals or Cardinals?
Football. I'm on the same wavelength as you, man. Like, I put the Cardinals. Somehow they end up on the left corner of my TV every Sunday. I don't know how, but they end up down there.
You know how.
TV won't let me change it, but well, I am forced to watch the Cardinals play football every Sunday.
And forced. Okay.
I'm not even kidding you, man. Like, this is a scrappy football team. Like, they're not very good. They just play so damn hard, man. They just play so damn hard.
Are you trying to convince us, or are you trying to convince yourself?
Yeah, you convince us.
And this football team, they come out and they start fast. That's exactly what they did to the Giants. Did finish off that win, and they did the same thing. They did the same thing to the Cowboys. They obviously got that win in dominant fashion. But when it comes to this one, Cardinals are at home, and you've got a struggling Bengals team. T. Higgins will probably be out in this one with a rib injury. And then I do agree with you. I think Joe Burrow is probably still hurt. And I think a lot of these players know what they're talking about. Jamar Chase came out and said, "Hey, we probably need to sit Joe Burrow the first couple of weeks of the season." He knew what the fuck was up. Like he knows his quarterback, and I think he was definitely right on that one. We don't see what makes Joe Burrow so great is the play creation, the pocket, and making things happen. And he is so stagnant and is just a statue in the pocket right now, and just can't make anything happen. There's no throws beyond 20 yards down the field. I was texting my father-in-law the other night watching them play the Rams. I'm like, I don't think that he's pushed the ball 20 yards down the field a single time. Everything's been so underneath, and you can't win games like that. So I like the Cardinals.
Yeah, Raj.
I'm going to go Cardinals as well. I don't think the Bengals are doing it this season. We talk about it all the time, like, why risk your quarterback instead of like trying to get him healthy early on in the season? Yeah, you want to win games early on, but it's a marathon. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You have 17 games. You can lose 4. It's okay. You don't have to have him in every single time. If he's hurt, don't put him in. And
hell, depending on what division you're in, you could lose 7 or 8 and probably still make it.
Yeah. And he's got to be 500 or above.
Yep. And be number 1 in your division. You got a playoff berth.
So Chad is actually going to go Bengals here.
I hope they get destroyed.
Against my better judgment, I'm going Cardinals.
Yeah, he did it.
No, get off. No, get off.
Yeah, what are you doing? Get out of here. Go to another team.
He did it.
No, we don't want him to do it this week, though.
It's like the Simpsons thing. He said it.
I fully came on the show fully expecting to be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to be the only one to pick the Cardinals. I'm going to be the lone wolf. Going to be so cool picking the Cardinals. No.
I just against my better judgment, the Cardinals, like Braden said, they are scrappy. They're not good, but they're scrappy, and they're fighting and scratching and clawing, and they're actually trying to win games when everybody said that they were, visibly tanking. They might be tanking, but I don't know if it's visibly.
It's not a full tank.
I'm not even sure that I'm not even sure they are, because the whole purpose of tanking is to get in this particular situation, the whole purpose of tanking is to make sure you get the player that you want in the upcoming draft, which everyone and their mama is saying is going to be Caleb Williams. However, with the acquisition of Josh Dobbs, and with them playing like what we talked about, very scrappy football, very down to earth, bare bones, just kick-ass football, at some point maybe they're like, you know what, we got something here, let's explore that and see what happens. Then we would have no need for this first 4 or 5 picks. We got the quarterback that we need, and then you let the first round pick go to fucking the Bears or the Panthers or whoever else is going to be in the low tier of the rankings at that point.
So speaking of Caleb Williams, real quick before we move on to the next one, there are people advocating right now that the Steelers should trade away Kenny Pickett, 3 first-rounders, and TJ Watt to get Caleb Williams.
That's way too much.
So Caleb Williams actually said, depending on who has the first overall pick, it will decide whether or not he actually goes into the league.
Yeah. And that's smart. I don't blame him at all for doing that.
I'm not going to the fucking Bears.
I'm not going to the Bears.
Not going to the Cardinals.
No. It's that scene from Billy Madison. Adam Sandler is Justin Fields. He's like, stay here as long as you can. On the way.
Yes.
I haven't watched that movie in so long. Jesus Christ. I got to.
So Cincinnati is actually a 3-point favorite, with the over under on this game being 44.5. So
I don't see how, but okay.
Wait, what?
I don't see how they're the favorite in this. But all right.
Again, these betting odds are coming from Caesars Sportsbook.
No, these are coming
from
don't
understand
Sportsbook.
It. I still don't understand. I still don't understand it. Like,
it's Chip Sportsbook.
Yes. So moving on, we got Eagles versus the Rams, and this is in L.A. That's where the Rams play still, right?
Inglewood.
Inglewood.
Yes.
Okay.
SoFi Stadium.
Yeah. Talon, where you going? Eagles or Rams?
I'm going to. Now you got me thinking.
He was quick on that. I'm going to eat. Oh, hold on. Maybe not.
Wait. What do you have to think about?
Well, hear me out, because I mean, obviously, the Rams are going to get tape on the Eagles and see what they did. If the Commanders almost beat them, the Rams have somewhat of a chance. Not a good chance, but a chance nonetheless. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to.
So you want the Rams?
No, I want the Eagles. I'm going to take the Eagles. However, it will not surprise me if the Rams pull out an upset, but I am going to pick the Eagles to win.
All right. Braden.
I love this game. Love this game so much.
Game of the week. Call it now. Game of the week.
No.
You got Cooper Kupp coming back. You got a Rams team that's playing good. No one expected them to play good. And you got the Eagles that are low key. You know, we don't know what they are right now. Like they're not the giant that we thought they were. This one's not in Philly, so that makes it a little bit more even. This is a even playing field. With that being said, I'll go Philadelphia. As much as I low key wanted to pick the underdog in the Rams, like I think the injury that Matt Stafford sustained at the end of that game is probably going to linger just a tad bit, and that Eagles D line is probably going to get after him. Give me
do they start Stafford?
Yeah. I think
okay.
He'll play. I don't know exactly what the injury is. I might have to look into that more, but
being a 107-year-old.
Yeah,
he's not that old. Jesus Christ.
Shit, he's in his 40s, isn't he?
Why do you? No, he's not that old. He's not that old.
No,
I don't
think.
He's
been playing since 1999. I don't know.
Is he not?
More like 2009, actually.
He started in early 2000s, didn't he?
He was drafted number 1 overall in the 2009 draft.
So
12 years, 13 years,
14 years, and he's in his
years.
20s. So yeah, I'm sorry, mid to late 30s. My fault.
Matthew Stafford is 35.
Yeah,
he's younger than me and Chip. What are you talking about?
But you ain't playing football.
That's
yeah,
true.
I'm not. I'm damn sure he playing football. Who?
Yeah, 2009. Yeah, that was the
who
draft.
is even the backup there in?
Stetson Bennett.
Stetson Bennett.
Yo, boy.
No, he's not. They pulled him from the roster.
Why?
Drinking problems.
He has an alcohol addiction.
They told him he had to go to rehab. Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
I didn't hear about this.
Yeah, I actually remember
it's Brett Ripon?
Riken. He was the backup for Drew Lock at the Broncos a couple years ago. He was the one that actually won us a game, and then we sat him down for Drew Lock again when Drew Lock came back.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know who the fuck this guy is.
Yeah. I don't know who he is because he won us a game.
Hell, Brock Osweiler won you a game.
You can have him again.
I don't want him. I don't want Giraffe Man.
Did he play for all of our teams?
You always had Brock Osweiler, man.
Hold it.
Did he not play for the Ravens?
No,
Lobster hands.
Not you three. All three of y'all had Brock Osweiler.
I thought he played for all our teams.
Oh hell no!
Lobster hands,
Lobster
giraffe
man.
neck. What was it? Bronchosaurus is what was another name that he had.
Y'all remember that big?
He's got like a 5-foot neck, huh?
What?
Y'all remember that big ass contract he got
From Houston?
Yeah, that's just crazy.
And then they benched his ass for Tom Savage.
Hell yeah.
The Savage.
Then Tom Savage gets concussed in the game, and they say, "Oh, it's okay. Just go back out there. It's fine."
You mean the Savage?
The Savage, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, better than Nathan Peterman, I guess, right?
Better than Brock Osweiler.
That's damn right, better than Brock Osweiler.
No.
That's the one. Tyrod Taylor got benched for Nathan Peterman, and in 5 passes, he threw 3 interceptions. And then they told Tyrod, "You want to go back in there?" He said, "I'm good."
I would have said the same thing.
I
would have told him to suck my dick from the back.
So
I don't know what that's about.
I'm also going Eagles here. But I think this is going to be a pretty close game. Like Talon said earlier, it wouldn't shock me if the Rams pull off the victory. But I think it's going to be, if either which way, it's going to be like a field goal game that close, whoever wins. But I'm going Eagles, and then obviously Chad's going Eagles here.
Of course.
I am as well going Eagles, sir.
You
trying to skip me for some reason.
No.
Out of here, Panther lover.
You can't. You're not allowed. You're not allowed to talk again until the next game.
I don't think I've even picked the Panthers at all this season, have I?
I don't think. No.
I don't think any of us have, to be honest.
So ironically,
I thought Braden did. Did you?
Did you pick the Panthers once?
I think I did.
Okay.
I think I did.
Damn.
Let's see, real quick.
I
picked
against the Falcons, so it was a pick.
I picked, and so did you, Roger.
When?
Week 1
against the Falcons.
Week 1 against the Falcons.
Okay.
We both picked the Panthers.
Okay.
And then
I stick by it still.
Literally,
nobody's picked them since.
No. Let's see. Nope. Nope. No, nobody's picked them since. No. We picked them first game.
No.
That's all it took.
Yep.
That's all it took. Yep.
So Philly's a 4.5 point favorite in this game, with the over under being at 50.5.
Not shocked at all.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. So next up, we have the Jets versus the Broncos.
Team.
Kiss my ass, Roger. To be honest with you, like, both teams are not playing up to par. Obviously, I trust Russell Wilson more than I trust Zach Wilson.
A Wilson is going to win.
A Wilson is going to win, yes. It's just, what color jersey will it be, green or orange?
I think we're wearing white.
Let me think. Y'all go ahead. Let me think about this, because I'm not sure.
Yeah, Roger.
I really don't know.
I mean, I'm going with my team regardless.
Yeah.
All right.
This is one where I can actually confidently say them.
Zach Wilson Sunday night under center. He's kind of playing a little bit shaky at first, but Bro's under center, looks up to the press box, sees Miss Taylor Swift up there. He says, "Okay, let me cook," and finally turns it on for the first time in his career.
Hell, maybe he'll see Sierra and be like,
loses.
Same thing.
Nah, he ain't about that life. He ain't ready for that.
He was. I don't even know.
You want another baby?
He was throwing dimes, just absolute piss missiles Sunday night. And it was actual good throws. He was playing good football.
My dude said piss missiles.
The fuck did you say?
You heard him.
I heard him.
He was just dicing them.
What next? Shit rockets? What's next?
Raspberry ass cheeks.
Raspberry ass cheeks.
It was great. Zach Wilson played the best football of his NFL career. Mint. Unfortunately, the game did not go his way. But I like the Jets defense and the young legend Zach Wilson and the Jets.
The what? The
young
what?
legend.
He said the young legend.
Okay, so I don't get this wrong. You're picking the Jets to win this game.
Word.
Okay.
Golly. Man, based on just the defense alone, I should go with the Jets. But I think offensively the Broncos are better, which is, it's not that much of a difference, but
hey, shut your mouth. Watch your mouth.
I hadn't done this in a while. Hold on.
You're gonna pick the Jets?
No, I'm gonna flip a coin.
Okay,
no,
so while he's figuring out this, Chad is going with the Broncos, and I am also going with the Broncos. I think the primetime lights last week was an anomaly for Zach Wilson and the Jets. I don't see them pulling out this win. I know Talon will be happy if I am wrong here, because that's his actual favorite team, but I'm going Broncos.
We're trying to play it off like he's at a flip a coin.
No, I am. Look, all right, look. The X is for the Jets. This is for the Broncos.
What the fuck is even that?
Did you have a communion pistol bread?
Dude, just pick the guy that's throwing piss missiles.
This man has a communion bread in his computer room. He's getting holy in there.
Shut up. All right.
So Braden's got piss missiles and Talon's got the communion bread.
All right, shut up. All right. This is for the Jets. This is for the Broncos. Okay. Fuck, I dropped it.
Did that thing even flip?
No.
The air caught it.
Hold on.
It keeps.
He just went straight up and down.
Motherfucker.
He's
going Jets.
Surprisingly, he went to Jets.
Jets.
Shut up, Braden.
Fireman Ed over there.
Notice he flipped it. He flipped it so many times it kept landing on Broncos. He's like, no, I really want the Jets.
It's just destiny, man. Just you can't hide from it. Just accept it. You're a Jets fan. Just let it happen.
All right. I will not be seen ever wearing that nasty ass, gaudy ass green color. No.
Sure.
Denver's a 2-point favorite in this game with the over under being 43.5.
It ain't gonna make it. It ain't gonna make it.
That's 21 points each, pretty much.
It ain't they're not gonna make it.
That's enough. They have enough field goals.
I still don't think they're gonna make it.
All right. Next up, we got.
No, you score first.
Huh? What was that, Braden?
Your turn to score.
No, you score first. No, you score first.
Next up, we got the Chiefs versus the Vikings.
Oof, tough one right here.
Talon, did you say Chiefs?
I said
Chiefs. Vikings.
Okay.
The Kansas City Swifts.
Where's this
Roger?
game?
This is in Minnesota.
Yeah. I'm still going to go with the Chiefs.
Okay. Roger's going Chiefs.
It looks like they're tanking for Caleb Williams. I mean,
you know what?
They haven't won a game yet. They haven't won a game yet.
No, they did. No, did they
Minnesota?
not win?
Yeah.
They beat the Packers.
Oh, that's right.
1-3.
Yeah, we were going to 0-3 teams. Yeah. Fuck, I forgot.
They're 1-3. Braden, where are you going?
Kansas City.
All right.
No explanation.
You didn't go more in depth of why you picked them. It's because Taylor Swift's going to be there.
Mm-hmm.
As long as the NFL takes the Swifties out of the NFL Instagram bio.
Oh Lord.
I don't get it. I don't get it.
Marketing,
PR,
baby.
man. I told you.
It's literally all it is just to get. But I mean, why did it have to make Travis Kelce's career get ruined?
I mean, she needed new music material.
That is true.
Oh, great. I can't wait.
It's gonna be she's gonna go back to her old style.
He's the answer to a trivia question now. Unfortunately.
So the Chiefs are actually a 5-point favorite with the over under being 53.
Oh my god.
It's only a 5.5?
What?
Yeah.
What?
The Chiefs are a 5-point favorite with the over under being 53. I said what I said.
Okay.
He said it was his chest.
Okay. I ain't coming at you.
Right
Fuck.
Nipples hard and everything. Diamonds.
Go vibrato ass down. What the fuck?
So moving on to our Sunday nighter, we have the Dallas Cowboys versus the San Francisco 49ers. This is in Santa Clara, California, Levi Stadium. Talon, where are you going?
Wow. I want to go 49ers, but something in my gut's telling me that the Cowboys are going to win this one. I don't like. They got the number one defense. San Francisco has a top 5 ranking offense. The San Francisco offense, the San Francisco defense is ranked in the top 3. Cowboys offense sucks, comparable to the San Francisco offense. So it being home, them being without players, Michael Parsons can't do it all by himself. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna go San Francisco to win this one.
So the Browns actually have the overall defense.
Yeah. Browns have overall. I thought Dallas had overall. Never mind.
Nope.
What I just looked up, it's saying 49ers have the best defense in the NFL.
Browns are allowing less than 200 yards a game.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So it actually goes Browns, Bills, 49ers, then Cowboys.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Cowboys have the 49ers have a better defense than Dallas does.
Yeah.
Well, with all the injuries they're going through right now, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
San Fran still got a dynamic offense that I think would definitely share.
Isn't Parsons hurt though?
I don't think so.
I don't think he's hurt. I think he's just mad to be a fucking Cowboy right now.
All right. Roger, where are you going?
Oh, do I get to actually pick a team now?
No.
He's being nice to you. Just go with it.
I want to go with the 49ers. They have, obviously, the guy who should be the MVP this season. That's freaking Chris McCaffrey for sure.
CMC, yeah.
Yeah.
They were talking about that earlier today. They're saying that he right now, out of all the offensive players, he is right now the leading candidate for MVP.
As he should be.
Here, man.
He won't get it.
He won't get it.
You know.
It'll go to Jalen Hurts probably this year.
Yeah, he won't get it because he's a running back, but yeah.
But hell, if they didn't give it to Derrick Henry, they damn sure ain't going to give it to Christian McCaffrey.
Well, the only thing is that Christian McCaffrey doesn't play for the Titans.
That's true. Braden, where are you going?
This is actually, I know we're talking about the Eagles and the Rams being the game of the week, but I completely forgot about this matchup. I think this is hands down the game of the week. This is the one game I'm looking forward to the most. Just after the playoff game last year, this is the same location, majority same team coming back. Well, same rosters, pretty much both coming back into this one. Last year, that playoff game was a really, really good game. I remember watching that one, and it really came down to the wire. And I thought the Cowboys had a great chance in that one, man. And I think that Cowboys team is even better this year. But it's hard to pick against a 49ers team that's just rolling right now. You really just don't want to bet against them. And that's why I'm going to go 49ers at home.
All right. Chad's also going 49ers here. And I am going 49ers as well. I mean, they're just clicking on all cylinders. They look like the most complete team in the NFL currently. So, and I'm a Brock Purdy guy, Big Dick Brock.
Brock Hard Purdy.
Yes. The 49ers are a 4-point favorite, and the over/under is 45 on this game.
That's pretty low, though.
That's it. Yeah, I figured it'd be more high. I figured it'd be, well, I guess they got to make it low because Dallas's offense. So
Dallas's offense don't exist.
That's my point. I'm thinking that's the reason why it's so low, is because if the Cowboys actually did have a legitimate offense, this could be a. Whew. I mean, it'll still be game of the week, but I mean, it'd be a whole lot more exciting to watch, I think.
Yep.
This will be the 49ers' biggest test of the year, though, so far.
Say that again?
This will be San Francisco's biggest test of the year so far. We'll see a lot of their skill put to this test in this one.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I believe so as well. All right. And then our final game of the week is our Monday nighter, and we have the Green Bay Packers versus the Las Vegas Raiders. This is actually going to be played in Las Vegas at Allegiant Stadium. Talon, where are you going?
Well, both teams are kind of in that mid category, maybe a little bit lower than mid. The Raiders didn't look too bad, but then again, the Packers didn't look too bad. They did have a comeback victory against the Saints. They did get mollywopped by the Lions. The Raiders got shellacked by the freaking Bills. This one's give me the line. What's the betting line right now of that game?
Green Bay is
the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, Green Bay is a 2-point favorite, and the over/under is 44.5. Green Bay's sitting at 2-2, and Vegas is at 1-3.
Yeah, I don't have confidence in this pick. This is one of them games that I really don't care about because neither one of them teams have shown me anything that I want to see. So I'm gonna fuck it. I'm just gonna go with the Packers just because I feel like the Raiders have really not done anything, and at least the Packers are showing some sign of an offense with Jordan Love. So I guess I'll go with the Packers.
All right. Roger?
I'm unfortunately going to have to go with the Packers also on this one. Jimmy G has stated to come back, I think, but I don't know. I just don't feel like he's going to pretty much help this team at all right now. That whole team's getting wasted right now with what they got going on. They have a lot of good potential, just not going to be used right. And I mean, Jordan Love's been suffice so far, I guess.
Yeah. Well, you got to remember that Jimmy G leads the league in interceptions. He's tied with Daniel Jones with most interceptions thrown so far this season.
Nice.
So,
them concussions do that to you.
Yeah, tell me about it. Where are you going, Braden?
I think really in this one it comes down to coaching. I can't get behind McDaniel whatsoever at all. Watching his piss poor decisions through the first couple of weeks is just, I don't know how you can get behind that really. And the fact the fact that we don't know with Jimmy G, it's and then Devontae Adams suffered a low-key injury. I don't know if that lingers whatsoever, but I think the Chandler Jones arrest probably lingers over this team just a tad bit. And I think that leans like public, the team being in the bad public eye. I think that plays into the play of the team a lot more than we realize. So that plays a key factor in it. And Jordan Love he's doing okay. And I like the Packers team as a whole just a lot more than the Raiders roster top to bottom and just how they're playing right now. So give me the Packers on the road.
Yeah. I think we already know where Chad's going on this one, correct? Can't hear you, Bubba.
My bad.
I was like, what's going on?
I muted my mic. My bad. So yeah, we do already know that Chad's going with his favorite team with the Packers here. I'm also going to go Packers. It's very similar to what Braden said. The Raiders are going to be reeling from the Chandler Jones arrest. I don't trust their coach. I just, that team's not good at all. So
is Josh McDaniel on a chopping block?
Yes.
I think so.
How many more losses do you think it'll be before they finally give him the axe?
I think they'll give him
he lasted the whole year.
I think they'll give him a season.
Yeah, okay. I think he lasts the year.
They're in a transitional situation, but they're also in a hard rebuild, I guess, now.
Well, yes. I mean, you're in the same division with the Chiefs and the Chargers. It's like you got to do something and do something quick, or else you're just going to be at the bottom of the barrel with the Broncos. So you got to figure something out.
Fuck.
Am I lying?
He's not wrong. We are.
I mean,
no, but the moment somebody says something like that about the Dolphins at any point, he's like, "Why are you hating on my team?"
If it's factual, it's not hate. I'm just saying. If it's factual, it's not hate. It's facts.
No, that's why I never set myself up to believe in my team.
I love the Broncos. Fuck the Broncos.
I mean, that's how I feel all the time.
Most bipolar attitude I've ever heard in my life.
I'm sorry for being honest with myself.
All right. So what's the what do we say the line was on the Packers Raiders game?
Green Bay by 2 points.
Gotcha.
The over under is 44.5.
They might
not much at all.
They might get that. I'm not sure. So that being said, guys, what's game of the week? What games are you most looking forward to this week?
Niners Cowboys, man. That's legit.
Niners Cowboys, Eagles, Rams, Texans Falcons.
Yeah, Falcons.
Texans Falcons. Ravens Steelers also. I really want to see how hard hitting that's going to be.
It's not the same Steelers Ravens games we're used to.
It might. You never know. It might be Eagles Rams.
Roethlisberger days, man.
Oh, with Terrell Suggs damn near murdering him on the field. I remember them days.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, you did do what you gotta do.
No mercy in this dojo.
Right. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, Chip, did you say one already, or did you say?
Yeah, he said.
Yeah. Okay.
Texans Falcons.
It's the Texans Falcons. Okay. All right. But that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for tuning into this episode of Are You? God, something's in my fucking eye. Sorry about that. Shout out to everybody for tuning in tonight. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let us know your predictions. Let us know what you think. Let us know about some of the commentary that you've heard here tonight. If you agree, disagree, let us know in the comments down below. Chip, Roger, Braden, anything you guys want to say before we bounce out of here?
As always, please do not leave without leaving a like, comment, share, and subscribe on Spotify and right here on YouTube.
Raj?
When you go to YouTube and you watch this video, you can go down in the comment section, say what you want, leave a little like, hit that subscribe, share with your friends, give us what your opinions are, whatever. Then you go over to Spotify and you give us a little 5-star rating. And if you do anything else besides what I said, I'm gonna stab you in the eye. It's just fair warning.
Ouch.
It's fair warning.
He's violent. What about you, Braden? You got anything you want to say?
Word of mouth goes a long way. Share with your friends all about the podcast. There's a lot more than just sports. We've got everything on this show. Like the video, subscribe. It goes a long way for the algorithm.
Yeah, stupid algorithm.
Yes, the damn algorithm. Anyway, but also shout out to all of our friends who've been down with us since day one. You guys know exactly who you are. Make sure you again follow us on all of our social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Check out streamlabs.com/movement radio/merch. Go copy some merch. And also, ladies and gentlemen, once again, check out movementradio.us, your one-stop shop for all things Movement Radio.
I am Chip Hazard.
I'm Talon Williams.
I'm Roger Sierra.
I'm Braden Howard.
And this is Movement Radio.
God's plan.